Part 2. Azure Moon. Pegasus Moon.
What are you doing at this hour?
Valley of Torment.
Oh, I know. You are eavesdropping. I must admit that I approve.
Having repelled the Imperial Vanguard, the kingdom must now supplement its meager forces.
We must remain
and so
quiet.
it requests reinforcements from Rodrigue, who is busy
Well,
resisting Cornelia's army in
How's the
Fraldaria's
mage who rescued
territory.
Monica?
Not yet, Professor.
An unexpected chance to hear their plans. Patience, patience.
Oh, thank you. You saved me.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only.
You made it.
I'm afraid you must remain.
We received a reply from my father.
There is something
You should read it too.
to do.
Gilbert has
Of
filled me in on
course.
the details.
I'm always happy
He
to
tells me
cooperate
you're
with
in
Solar.
immediate need of
Leave it to
additional
me.
troops. I would like to say that I would gather reinforcements and send them to the monastery at once.
Slay Emperor.
However,
Is she
I cannot afford to
offended?
leave the front lines for that long.
Unfortunately, we
Would you be
cannot
willing to
take our
meet
eyes
us
off
south of
her, so there
Fraldaria's
is
territory in
nothing to be done.
ALL, the Valley of Torment?
You are our
ALL is
greatest
halfway between the
creation.
monastery and our territory.
Use the
There,
defiled
I will
beast's
deliver the
blood
soldiers you
as
require.
the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods. Now
ALL
is the time
lies
to
on the
cleanse
border
Fulton
between
with
Kingdom
that
territory
power and
and
bring
Alliance
forth our
territory.
salvation.
Humans dare not approach that place.
He's right. In ALL, we can meet up with them without our enemy ever finding out.
Once my old man delivers his soldiers to us, then our war against the
Oh, so
Empire
that
can
you may
finally
acquire
begin.
the strength
The
you
path
need.
ahead will be a difficult
All
one,
for
Your
our
Highness.
purpose.
Deadly, in all
Got
likelihood.
you. True. Finally. But what's the point in wavering now? Father, stepmother, Glenn, and even Dedu.
If we don't act
I
now,
am certain
we'll miss
this
our
will bring
chance.
them great joy. I know if I can just offer them Edelgard's head. I just know it.
ALL,
Even if
the
someone
Valley
has
of
overheard
Torment.
us, there is nothing they can do. There have always been rats in the walls, and there always will be.
Oh, wow, thanks.
No. The dagger. No, never mind. It couldn't possibly be so. Professor, those are the ones we must destroy. They're the bastards who killed my family and Gerald.
These past 5
For
years,
now,
Lord
let's return
Rodrigue
to the
worried for
monastery
His
and regroup.
Highness more than any other.
As for
But
the
I
Flame
wonder what
Emperor's
he
dagger,
would say if he saw what has
I'll
become
hold
of
on to
Dimitri.
it for the time being.
I have a request. These past 5 years, but I wonder what he...
Thank you.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Do you have time for a request?
Hey, how about a favor?
slipped quietly into the vault and
Appreciate
rummaged
it.
about, looking for anything we might find useful. There is a group of people who want to kill us. after all.
Welcome.
What? This is no time for asking permission. I learned long ago that one can ask permission or forgiveness. It is rarely useful to request the former.
Is that the one?
Still,
Thanks
it
a
appears the
bunch.
knights have already taken everything useful.
Is that the one? Thanks a
Related
bunch.
objects I thought might be worth studying, so there you go again with that stern look. Of course, I'll put them back when I'm done, assuming they bear no additional use.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Huh? Your class?
Come back
However, I still
soon. Welcome. Is that the one? Thanks a. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book? That ring! I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Gerald showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall? He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring
Hello
to
there.
someone special.
Return soon, please.
Hey, welcome.
I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss. It's about the weapon that killed Gerald.
Come again.
Will you listen? It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an ordinary dagger. It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal. Who could make a blade like that, do you figure?
You've lost someone very dear
there.
to you. I'm so... You have my sympathy. Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month. We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load.
I never do get used to the sight
I've
of
always
blood.
seen strength in
It
your
always
eyes.
makes me feel as if
know
I might
you'll
faint.
recover.
Have
You're
I never
a
told
very
you that?
strong person.
Huh. Oh well. I hope this war ends soon. I dislike being lightheaded because other people are bleeding everywhere. Though the thought of working hard for it does sound like quite a pain.
No.
Hey,
Can you help me?
you have a good eye. A pleasure doing. You have a good
Dale,
eye.
the Valley
a
of
pleasure
Torment.
doing business with you.
Man.
Come again.
I really do not want to go there. That place is crazy hot. For guys like me, who grew up somewhere cold, man, it's gonna be rough. Though, I guess that climate will keep our enemies at bay.
Yes.
This looks delicious.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor.
Nice job.
Maybe.
Hello there.
This is all a bit troubling. Can we really plan to fight when we're this unsure of ourselves? You think once we're face to face with the enemy,
I don't know about everyone else, but heading to the Empire seems like a good idea to me. The search for Lady Rhea will be so much easier. I suppose Dimitri might still pose a... I get the feeling he's not even sure what he wants. Professor, it seems like you're holding up okay, but I'm worried about Leonie. She really
if we can, most
Geralt.
importantly of all,
Even His Highness
understands that. Do you think he just doesn't care about anything other than fighting Edelgard? He wasn't
You're
always like
sweet.
this.
I love it! Oh, wow, thanks. Wow, thanks for inviting me. Oh, wow, thanks.
I don't like being hit on during a meal. So it's nice to be with you.
It's kind of nice to break bread with you. Got any interesting stories to tell while we eat? Thanks for the tea. Professor, you look like you want a spot. If you're here...
I've sung lyrics lamenting
Wow,
death meant
I
when
seem to be on a
something like
roll.
This happens in real life.
Wow, I seem to be on a roll.
Sir Gerald must have been very
Wow,
proud to have
I seem
you
to be
as
on a
his
roll.
child. I do find you very,
Yeah! Who's the best? I'm the best. Could be useful. I'm glad I put in some effort. That was so helpful. Really?
Everything went pretty well today. Everything went pretty well today.
That was helpful.
All thanks to your help.
Stop with the knocking. Be there in 2 shakes.
I still have talent, I see.
Professor? Is that you?
I have done it!
Just a moment. Oh, what should I do? I can't open the door in this state.
No need to discontinue with the...
You simply must quit.
I have done it!
You are sleeping.
I would like to do this again
Where are
sometime.
my clothes? I can't even find my... Where in blazes is my underwear? Oh, what is my dressing robe belt caught on? I can't tie this properly. It's not even covering.
I was right.
Oh, Manuela.
I've learned a thing or two from battle. You're too kind.
I'm fine. Just hold on a moment.
Thank you for teaching me. I'm always...
Hello. Sorry to have kept you waiting. So, what do you want?
I have a question for you, Professor.
Excuse me? You had a reason for coming here, I assume. I've put a lot of time and effort into making it possible to talk with you, you know.
I got it.
No, you've done nothing wrong. Let's just say I'm not having a good day. Actually, I didn't have a good night. Never mind. What did you want, anyway? You heard from him? The fellow from last night? Huh. What did he have to say?
Professor, Oh, don't worry. It's
Figures.
nothing.
Kind of saw it coming, actually. That's why I came back to my room and went to bed.
We talk for a bit?
To get over it.
Somewhere a little more private?
Thank you for checking in on me. Was that all you wanted? Well then, good night.
I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I find you a little difficult to be around. I know. I'm your student and you're just trying to watch out for me. But the way you look at me sometimes, it's like you're seeing right through me. No, don't apologize. I know you don't mean anything bad by it, and I'm just self-conscious, I guess. The thing is, I don't have anything to call my own.
Professor,
No land, no birthright, no fortune. Little knowledge or battle skill. I think that's why I always clung to my popularity as a diva.
Forgive me.
Even after leaving the stage behind, I sort of kept up the act.
I cannot
When I look at you, it's like your eyes are accusing me.
As if it were brand
Telling
new.
me that you see right
Just
through
know
it.
that I am praying
That's
for
what I
your
mean when I
mind
say
and your
it's
heart
difficult
to find
being around
peace.
you. Hey, this might be nuts, but maybe you could show me some kind of weakness of yours? Oh, come on, Professor. Everyone has some kind of weakness. You know mine. If I know one of yours, maybe I'll feel less, I don't know, vulnerable. Excellent. Well then, don't mind me. You know, Professor, I never hear any gossip about you.
This will be
Of a
useful.
romantic nature, I mean. Would I be right
That's a
in
relief.
assuming you're not very experienced with romance?
You're
Maybe
making
we
me.
should find out somehow.
This will be useful. I've learned a lot.
Professor? What's with you? Why aren't you reacting to anything I'm doing? Oh, come on.
Hey,
Is
that
your
was
heart
useful.
even beating? You're making me lose my confidence.
Hey, that was useful.
That's all right. I didn't really think a little tease like that
Got
would
it.
be enough
Good
to
to
get to
go.
you anyway. Though it does still make me lose just a little confidence in my own charms. Now I feel like I'm getting some... Thank you, Professor. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm sure I'll get it again next time. Thank you, Professor. I couldn't have done it without you.
We can handle
Yes,
it.
very good.
Let us begin at once.
We did well enough.
You heard a lot.
Thanks for your time.
Yes, that's it. I'll get the next one too. Yes, that's it. All thanks to your help. I have done it. I got it? Good! You're quite the motivator, Professor. I appreciate... It's starting to feel like a part of me.
That was good exercise.
Professor?
I am sorry to make you tag along with my shopping trip like this. You were very kind to offer your help, even though this is my duty. I will someday repay you for this kindness, though I fear there may not be so many things I can help you with. Fishing? Of course, I would be happy to. I recall hearing that Captain Gerald was quite the fisherman. Is that true? You made a living as a mercenary under Captain Gerald's guidance. As a comparatively new member of the Knights of Seros, I was not so familiar with his past exploits. Yet clashing swords with him, even just a handful of times, was enough for his abilities to astound me. You, as one trained by him, must have those same great talents. I have devoted my life to the path of a knight, yet I find your mercenary experience lends your blade
Wait up! Catch me if you can. Come on, this way. This way.
Even in dark times such as these, children can find joy in life. Was I smiling? Please, forget you saw that. I do not have the right to such pleasures. Indeed, for those we have lost will never be able to smile again. I am sorry. I did not mean to trouble you with such talk. Come, let us head back.
I thank you.
We did well enough.
Growth sustains me. Still a long way to go. I passed? Well done, me.
Having received the Kingdom Army's plea for aid, Rodrigue has agreed to provide soldiers. In order to meet up with their reinforcements, the Kingdom Army sets out for Aelel, the Valley of Torment.
This valley isn't a place I'd care to return to.
After the chilliness of Fargus, I can't seem to adjust to this extreme heat.
Historically, there have been battles whose outcomes were determined in part by the climate. You can't argue that this heat isn't a factor.
In conditions like these, who knows what will become of our morale.
Professor, be honest. How are you holding up? Don't overexert yourself. Perhaps it would be best to take breaks as we proceed. They say Aelel was born of the goddess's rage. If you believe the legends, this valley is evidence of the goddess's judgment, passed on humanity for its corruption. The forest that once covered the surrounding area was burnt to ash by a pillar of light that descended from the heavens. That legend fueled belief in a place of torment between our world and the next, where one's sins are purified in the cleansing flames.
Nonsense. Sins are not so easily washed away.
Indeed, and there are no accounts of such a place in Scripture. Yet those who cannot face their own sins have no choice but to cling to the idea.
I just don't think I can take this heat anymore. I think I'm starting to see things. Near those mountains over there. Is it just me? Or is there a group of people gathered there?
No. It would seem you are not hallucinating after all. Are those Rodrigue soldiers? No. But their banner is that of... No! It can't be.
That is House Rowe's banner. They curried favor with that witch and sold out Fargus.
We messed up. There must have been a spy among us. Will you have us meet them in battle, or wait for Rodrigue to arrive?
There is only one option. How kind of them to save us the trouble of killing them later. Never call those traitors our allies again. That banner belongs to the Grey Lion. It's a waste of breath to exchange words with one such as him.
His Highness is correct. He is not an opponent whom we can expect to negotiate with. Everyone, prepare for the attack!
The Valley of Torment. Perhaps a good place to finish off my life as a knight. Only if that puny force of children is able to kill me, of course.
That man who raises the Lion's flag? Lord Gwendol. He is an elder knight who serves House Rowe. Gwendol would, without thought, fight any battle if ordered. There is no chance of negotiating with him. Aelel is a deadly place. Flames burst from the ground with no warning. Sane people usually avoid it.
So the flames of torment burn your sins, your life, your everything. If you wish to spare yourself the goddess's wrath, tread lightly.
What's my strategy?
I'd be honored. I must steel myself.
I'll comply.
I'm your girl.
At your service.
More fighting.
What's the plan? Burn until we meet again. I'm awake.
Shall we?
I'll cut through. All for our future. That took too much effort. Burn until we meet again. Obvious.
Close one.
Don't bother haunting me.
It was the only way.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
There must be more to this.
I'm sorry. I'll protect everyone.
I had to protect my friends.
see you in the eternal flames.
Whatever it takes. Burn until we meet again.
That would work.
Can't afford to lose.
Eventually, I too will fall.
You fought well.
In the name of justice! I must steel myself.
Is that it? All right, next.
Let's finish this!
I was just stronger. Just like that.
Much appreciated.
Here is something to believe in! I must lead them well.
More effective.
Missed. Watch and learn. It's over. There's no turning back now.
So Cornelia has planted spies even inside Garreg Mach.
The shield of Fargus has appeared. We can expect more out of him than the young ones.
Leave my sight! One to remember. Stronger, faster, never enough. I'm impressed.
Does a whelp like you really expect to kill me? I am Gwendol, the Grey Lion, a knight by the hand of Count Rowe. Do your worst!
The man praised as a lion is degraded to a mere traitor's underling.
A traitor's underling? That's upsetting, Your Highness. I am, and always have been, a knight of House Rome.
How dare you! You are nothing but a lowly beast scavenging for scraps! You have forgotten the dignity of knighthood.
I may be lowly, but this beast is devoted to his master.
Ha! Then I had better kill the pet and deliver its head to that master.
So I have found a place to die. Young ones, I thank you.
The consequence of the blood I've spilled.
It is the way of knights to follow their master's orders without argument. Lord Gwendol was a good man.
Now he is just a corpse, nothing more. Let's go. Rodrigue is waiting for us.
It's been too long, Your Highness. But try to temper your joy, will you? This is a war, after all.
To say such a thing at a time like this. You have not changed one bit.
Don't let looks deceive you. I've had a rough go of it ever since I crossed blades with those traitors in Ferdiad. When I heard you'd been executed, I rushed there as fast as I could, blind with fury. When I got there, I was fed some garbage about not being able to see your body. The next thing I knew, I was gripping my blade and... Gilbert, you have done well to locate His Highness. I am truly grateful. And you, I have you to thank as well. Well, we are in your debt. I will repay you for this someday, I swear it. And you, Felix, you have also done well to bring His Highness here.
Tell us all you know, Rodrigue.
I'm afraid there's not much to tell. You are aware that the western region of the kingdom was taken by the Empire, correct?
Yes, so I have heard. They are now calling it the Fargus Dukedom, or some nonsense.
If you know that much, then the rest won't take long. Enemy or not, it's undeniable that Cornelia's plan was nothing short of genius. After seizing power, she invited the Imperial Army to Ferdiad. There she reorganized her troops and then sent soldiers to hunt me down. Because of that, we were forced to act defensively, and now we're being forced into a difficult battle. She's been controlling the situation all along.
So that's been the witch's plan from the start. I should have killed her ages ago.
Your Highness, Ferdiad is in a terrible state right now. The tyranny is unbearable, and so the rebellions are endless. Refugees starve to death in the streets. If I may speak freely, Your Highness, we should change course for Ferdiad and take down those traitors before we embark to Enbar.
There's no time for that. We must annihilate Enbar before all else.
Think this through. I understand wanting to destroy the Empire and the Emperor. I want that so much it hurts. But which is more important, the dead or the living?
Silence!
No, Dmitri. You will hear me out.
Are you asking me? Asking the dead to forgive that woman?
No, I would not ask that of you. What I am asking is that you allow us to prioritize the Kingdom capital over the Imperial capital for now. As Lambert's close and trusted friend, I am confident that he would have advised the same.
Do not dare to put words in the mouths of the dead. They are your words alone, even if you borrow their lips. Until I offer up that woman's head, Father will remain a slave to his lingering regret and hatred. Even now, he suffers. It is ceaseless, As we waste time with idle chatter, his suffering continues!
You are my king. Our king. Wherever you lead, we will follow. But Your Highness, there are those who take up their sword in the name of revenge, and yet along the way, lose the strength and composure to follow through. You would do well to bear that in mind. Ah, I nearly forgot. Take this, Your Highness. The time has come for it to be wielded by its true master.
Eretvar, the hero's relic once wielded by my father.
The very same. I managed to steal it back from one of Cornelia's underlings in Ferdiad.
Understated as ever, Father. It must have been a true struggle to get it back.
I am grateful, my friend.
Gilbert, Professor, may I request something of you? I wish to fight at your side.
Senile already, old man? Who will protect our territory?
I expected it would come to this, so I left those matters to my younger brother. He has my complete faith. I must keep my promise to our fallen king, to my dear friend. A very old one. I swore it nearly 10 years ago. Now then, Your Highness, let's destroy the Empire together. My men and I will spare no effort. I pray that you are right, and that this will save the kingdom. Our orders are to capture Enbar by striking the enemy's stronghold directly. How familiar are you with the geography of Fodlan? Then you must be aware that the kingdom and the Empire are separated by the impassable Ogma Mountains, right? Legend has it that Saint Seros once crossed over those mountains to fight against the Fell King Nemesis. But don't fool yourself. Leading a large army over such steep mountains would be near impossible.
In order to infiltrate the Empire, we have no choice but to go around the mountains, either to the east or to the west.
Yes, I agree. The Alliance is currently split in two. Those who stand with the Empire and those who are against it. Leading the Imperial faction is House Gloucester, while House Regan leads those who oppose. We should take advantage of their internal conflict and proceed east along the mountains until we reach the Great Bridge of Myrden in Alliance territory.
The Aramid River divides Alliance and Empire territory. There are many large bridges that cross it. However, the Great Bridge of Myrden is by far the largest, and it is also closest to the monastery. I believe you crossed that bridge 5 years ago on your journey to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
I'm afraid we have no other option. This is our only hope. Perhaps our next move should be to contact House Regan and request their cooperation. Claude of House Regan is the leader of the Alliance and is firmly against the Empire. They are the enemy of our enemy. In other words, hopefully, a friend.
Are you suggesting that we ask House Regan to engage the Gloucester soldiers?
I am. If we take the bridge, then House Gloucester will no longer be able to receive support from the Empire. There's no way a man as wise as Claude would refuse our request.
And once we manage to capture the Great Bridge and gain a foothold into the Empire,
then we cross Gronder Field and head south toward Enbar.
But if we get attacked from both sides, we'll have to fight people from the Alliance, won't we?
Speaking of House Gloucester, I wonder how Lawrence is holding up.
If we meet him again, it will probably be as enemies. To be honest, I'd rather avoid seeing him altogether.
If you do not wish to kill familiar faces, do not tarry over the corpses of the dead.
Good advice.
Prepare yourselves. It is time to steel your souls for the task at hand.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River. The Kingdom Army meets with Rodrigue in Aelel, the Valley of Torment. With the strength of House Fraldarius on their side, the time to invade the Empire is finally at hand.
Even though it's in ruins, in some strange way, this monastery never truly changes, does it? I studied at the Officers' Academy when I was young. Those memories come rushing back whenever I return. What are you doing here at this hour anyway? It's the same for me. Perhaps you'll allow me to join you. Much appreciated. I keep recalling my eldest son. He was quite gifted. In fact, he was appointed a knight at the age of 15. I still vividly remember the day he was granted a sword from His Majesty. Dead. He was killed 9 years ago in Dusker. All that returned of him that day were his sword and his armor. After it happened, I said something horrible to Felix. He's hated me ever since, and I don't blame him. No matter how much you grieve, the dead will never return. No magic in the world can bring them back. That's why their memory clings to the living like a curse. The more they were loved, the tighter their hold, and the more suffering they cause. I fear I am not a strong enough man to scold His Highness for his foolishness. Right you are. As adults, it is our responsibility to scold him and help him find his way again. I come off as so self-important, but really, I'm just a failure of a man. Professor, I entrust the young prince and the future of Fargus to you. I suppose that was a dramatic way of putting it. My apologies. You should know that I have no intention of insisting that you take back Ferdiat. All I ask is that you continue to rein in Dimitri's manic desire for revenge. Now then, we have received House Regan's consent. All that's left is for us to depart. If we make it through Gloucester territory and across the Great Bridge of Myrden, we'll be in Empire territory. You are not afraid, are you? Ha! No need to worry. Don't you underestimate the power of my soldiers. I'm glad you were the one to lead the Blue Lion House, Professor. I mean that.
I may sound terrible, but you won't notice when everyone else sings too.
Am I doing all right? I hope I'm not too off.
Professor, I asked to be on the sidelines. Why did you put me on the battlefield? You did protect me, so I guess I can't complain. Wait a second, you're hurt. Did that happen when you were defending me? Oh, I thought so. How could you be so reckless? Perhaps you'll say that that's what friends do. They look out for each other and save each other. But if I saw you getting attacked, I wouldn't risk my neck to save you. No, don't overestimate me. I don't know if I've told you this, Professor. I have a very impressive big brother. I'm not just saying that. He's strong, smart, nice. He's basically perfect. Before Claude turned up, people talked about him becoming the next leader of the Alliance. Anyway, my parents have high expectations for my brother, and he almost always meets them. No one expects anything of me. If something's even a little bit difficult, I find someone else to do it for me. That's what I've done my whole life. Of course! I can't stand the idea of not meeting someone's expectations. I know how people react when that happens. From watching my brother, I mean. People force their expectations on you, and then if you fail, they look so disappointed. Whenever that happens to my poor brother, he looks just devastated. So don't expect anything of me, please. That way, I can't disappoint you. You're stubborn. Okay, fine. Keep believing in me. I do want to support you and support my friends. I just don't want to let you down.
Whatever it takes.
Speaking of which, House Fraldarius is a military house. They swore fealty to the royal family at the king. The current family head, Lord Rodrigue, was raised. He harbors a loyalty that goes beyond mere duty. I have a request.
This experience is critical.
Hey, you.
If you stand in my way, I will strike you down.
Hello there.
Need something? This one? You're all set. This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
he's on our side. I know everything will be fine if we leave it to him. He may act like a layabout, but he's actually smart. And although Claude isn't honest about some things, you can trust him when it counts. Yeah, he'll do us proud.
Professor!
It looks like we're all set with. We have more soldiers, but I think we have enough extra to make some tasty treats. I'll bet we can enjoy it together over some.
Since I'm originally from the honestly, I bet they're watching my every move to make sure I can. I knew it. War makes people crazy, huh?
Next, we face the group. Do you remember? It was 5 whole years ago. It seems like so long ago. Everyone was still friends then. I often wish we could go back.
We're going to invade the Empire. If we're attacked by someone we know or used to think of as a friend, is it permitted to run away? Really? If something happens, will you keep me safe?
Even after all these decades, the Academy hasn't changed a bit. I remember it well, even now. I used to sneak out of lectures with Lambert almost every day. I suppose this is not the time for an old man's nostalgia. We have received approval from House Regan. We should set out as soon as you're ready.
Being here, the days I spent studying, they were truly and now.
I'm getting the hang of this.
This is my absolute favorite. How did you know, Professor?
This looks delicious. I've learned a lot. That's a relief. You're making me blush.
Hey, that was useful. Wow, I seem to be on a roll. I thought this was a test. I see how this works. All right, that's enough praying. I thought this was a test.
Now I feel like I'm getting... Yes, very good.
That was so helpful. Yeah! I think I... Yeah! I didn't even know I cared. That was so helpful.
That was good exercise. I am good now, am I? Some new insight. I appreciate the praise,
There's something I'd like to ask you. Oh, of course.
Lend me your power.
Indeed, this should be easy. Look at our excellent results. Hopefully this proves... It's within my grasp. Hopefully this proves useful.
Always something new to learn. Professor, so this is where you were. I have something I would like to show you. I found this in Lady Rhea's room. It seems to be a letter, addressed to you. I admit some guilt to the action. However, I hoped Lady Rhea had left something behind. I have not read the contents of the letter. If you do not object, could we read it together?
Dear child, I have little time, and so I will keep this brief. I asked you to take care of things should something happen, but I wish to make myself useful as well. I left a treasure at the Holy Tomb. Please take it. However, note that I set a bit of a trap to prevent thieves from stealing it. Please take ample precautions so that you are not harmed when you retrieve it. May Sothis protect you. Rhea.
Her handwriting is a mess. It is likely she wrote this letter 5 years ago, just before the battle. If Lady Rhea says it's a treasure, then I've no doubt it would be useful to us. If you plan to retrieve it, I will accompany you. What is your plan, Professor? However, it says that Lady Rhea laid some manner of trap in the Holy Tomb. Just to be safe, I'd like to request someone else accompany us. We don't know what dangers await. Something is wrong. Do not let your guard down. Phantoms? And some are giving commands. Remove them from the battlefield immediately.
What's my strategy? Ha! Watch and learn. Allow me to demonstrate. I must lead them well.
More fighting.
I'll comply. See you in the eternal flames.
I'm awake.
At your service. A tragic end.
I'm your girl.
I'd be honored. I can't lose! I'm still here.
I'm counting on you.
Shall we?
Guide me well.
What's the plan?
I'll cut through.
Let's clean up.
Fighting wears me out.
Is that it?
Mechanical beasts. Locate their puppet masters and eliminate them.
I was just stronger.
That's your best?
Don't struggle.
Too weak for this world.
I feel my strength building.
I had to protect my friends.
This could turn the tides.
Eventually, I too will fall. My strength is in the service of revenge.
Close one. You ready? What's next?
You make me feel safe. So helpful.
Have faith.
All talk and no action.
Burn until we meet again. Appreciate it.
Going for
for the kill. Thinning their numbers.
Your support is priceless. Thanks.
Whatever it takes. It's time.
They say experience feeds growth.
I'll strike you down!
Feels like fighting is all there is.
Guide me well.
Gonna need you to move!
You knew the odds.
Leave my sight!
One to remember.
Hey!
I'm fine.
We'll cover you. No escape!
Don't bother haunting me. I sense an improvement.
I expect no less.
For now, I'll revel in my achievement.
One down. Target the remaining commanders.
Going for the kill.
Feels good to fight for a cause.
Impressive form. Is this my last stand?
A tragic end.
The puppets still move, but they appear weaker. Destroying them should be easier now.
I understand.
Sorry. Ah, thanks. I'll cut through.
Too easy.
I'll grow as strong as I can.
It was the only way.
We can't be careless. Yeah! Let's keep our guard up.
your best?
Here is something to believe in! Yeah! There is still room for improvement.
Wasted effort.
Thanks.
Stay vigilant.
You're a big help.
For now, I'll revel in my achievement.
Let's finish this!
Burn until we meet again.
Not bad.
Thank you.
Battle does have its benefits.
At your service.
I'm good now. Let's clean up.
seems all is safe. Let's find Lady Rhea's treasure quickly. Here. So this is Lady Rhea's treasure. I never thought a holy tomb would have a trap such as that, had we not been prepared. Yet, if Lady Rhea laid that trap, then what kind of person is she? Perhaps you should go save Lady Rhea and ask her directly. Whatever the truth, still this treasure has been recovered. I do not know how much history is attached to this item, but it is an amazing artifact. It is possible this weapon once engraved its name in the history of the Church of Seiros. This is your responsibility, imparted to you by Lady Rhea. You must decide how best to make use of it. I will be going now. I must prepare for our next battle.
Thank you, Professor. Interesting. Thank you, Professor.
All thanks to you. Well worth.
Tell me, am I achieving anything? It is a long road.
Professor.
Look at our excellent results.
It seems my proficiency has improved.
Thank you very much.
to get it. Thanks for your time. I got it? Good. You're quite the motivator, Professor. Everything went pretty well today.
I'm a quick study.
Tell me, am I achieving anything yet?
Thank you.
Look at our excellent results.
I'll do my best with this.
Looks like I'm getting it.
Our scout has returned. As expected, there are quite a few Imperial soldiers stationed there.
I see. So the enemy has prepared for our arrival. It matters not. I will kill them all, whether they are 1 or 100. What would you do if you saw the people who stole everything from you? If you saw them right before your eyes, living carefree lives and feeling no guilt, would you feel nothing? Do nothing? 5 years ago, did you not deem the woman who killed Geralt to be unforgivable? I am most certain that you did. You couldn't let her get away with her crime, so you took up your sword in pursuit. Precisely my point. We're the same, you and I.
You're wasting your time. There's nothing to be gained from exchanging words with a boar that has lost its mind.
Felix?
This is war. Every last one of us has lost someone we care for. But we all choose to suppress our anger and grief and go right on living. Do you know why? Revenge can't bring the dead back to life. Unfortunately, such a thing is impossible. Hanging on to your anger like the boar here is futile.
Tell me, Felix. If the dead are beyond reach, is it not also pointless to mourn, or even bury those who are lost?
That mind of yours. I'm done here. Remember, Professor, It's not compassion for this fool that has brought our armies so far. There are those of us who despise the Empire, and those who side with the Church. If we keep running down this path, it's only a matter of time before the ground beneath us collapses.
That's enough, Felix.
You're a damned fool, old man.
The soldiers are ready to march on your command.
Then let's move out at once. Every moment counts.
Understood. Let's show those Empire dastards the power of the Knights of Fargus.
Intent on the Imperial capital, the Kingdom Army goes around the Agma Mountains and marches through Alliance territory as they continue south. But this route takes them through the territory of House Gloucester, Imperial supporters, so they request help from Claude, the leader of House Regan. Claude agrees to distract House Gloucester's soldiers, and the Kingdom Army marches onward toward the Great Bridge of Myrddin to cross the Aramid River, which separates the Alliance and the Empire.
That symbol. It's an enemy raid. Stay calm and face them head-on. Send a messenger to Acheron immediately. If we're quick, we might be able to pull off a pincer attack.
Nadelgard's dog, huh? All the more reason to kill her.
Attack Ladislava and take the bridge. Shall we begin?
I'm your girl. More fighting.
I'll cut through.
What's my strategy?
I'll comply.
I'm awake.
Shall we?
I'd be honored.
At your service.
What's the plan? All for our future.
Your Highness, apologies for the late arrival. To do? You're alive. How? We can discuss it later. For now, allow me to join your forces. I'll destroy you! I disposed of doubt long ago.
I'm impressed.
Let's deal with the enemies protecting the fortress quickly and take control of this area.
Enemies approaching. Get the soldiers standing by to join the fight. We may need to hurry up preparations of the ballista, too. Protect the fortress!
Alright, next.
What's next? I'll protect everyone.
I am prepared.
Acheron, now's the time to show your loyalty to the Empire. Attack the enemy from behind!
I've got to make my name known to Her Majesty through distinguished service.
Acheron, a minor lord of the Alliance territory. If he's fighting for the Empire, we've no choice but to attack him.
It won't be in vain. One to remember.
You think we'll let you take this bridge from us?
This is no good. Reinforcements keep coming, and more will soon join them.
This could turn the tides.
Guess I have no choice. Sorry, but it's you or me.
Amazing.
As they say, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm not in for a beating, am I? I never should have aligned with the Empire.
A step forward.
You're done! I'm nobody's fool.
Reassuring.
Ah, thanks. Burn until we meet again.
Today I was lucky. Was any of this worth it?
Too slow. You fought well.
Still so unsure. How exciting. I owe you.
It's time.
Let's finish this.
Dying would defeat the purpose.
Out of my way!
See you in the eternal flames.
To repay Her Majesty's favor, I will not let you pass. Here's the plan.
Don't bother haunting me. Burn until we meet again.
I'm sorry.
Vladislava, no! I will protect this area!
I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, have arrived to join the battle in my father's stead.
Is that the professor? Why would someone like that join such a senseless fight?
Lawrence, here you are. I'm heading south, so I will leave this area to you.
This is for everyone's good.
Just like that.
Gonna need you to move! That it? That took too much effort. I'm awake.
To oppose the Empire at a time like this would be entirely too reckless. Come, I have an idea.
Idea. Obvious. Let's finish this. Don't bother haunting me. Sorry. I owe you one.
I'll destroy you!
I disposed of doubt long ago.
Seize the moment.
I won't back down! What's next?
See you in the eternal flames.
used to this.
All talk and no action.
After this battle, I will be known far and wide as the legendary Ferdinand of Adrestia.
Too slow.
Even if I die, please, protect this area.
Gonna need you to move!
I was just stronger.
If you're sure.
Lay me to rest in a manner that is befitting of the nobility.
It's a farce, all of it. To do? Why? How are you here? You died 5 years ago.
I was saved by my brothers, men of Dusker.
Those people you were with, they were of Dusker? And they saved you?
Your Highness, I asked that you fulfill your long-held desire, did I not? Allow me to once again act as your sword and shield. Please, let me witness your triumph. I want to behold the moment your wish is finally granted.
To do? Of course. And in exchange, I ask that you swear something to me here and now. Do not ever throw your life away again. Understood?
Your Highness. Understood.
Idiots. Embracing death for the sake of that woman. Truly foolish. I don't know. They were just beasts with human faces. I had no choice but to kill them, and so I did. That is all there is to it.
It's about time you two returned. We must discuss our next course of action.
Please, I need to join you no matter the cost.
I'm sorry, but my hands are tied.
By the goddess, what's with all the commotion? What is this girl doing here? This is an army, not an orphanage.
I believe she's from a nearby village. She keeps insisting that she needs to join our ranks.
And you thought we could use a child on the front lines? Hurry up and take her back to her parents.
My family is gone. I don't have anywhere else to go. Please. I can use magic and I can fight. I can cook, do laundry, anything.
I'm sure there are plenty of more suitable places to find work. Why are you so fixated on this army, young lady?
I need to get revenge. I must strike down the one who murdered my big brother.
Your Highness, what should we do?
Let her do as she pleases.
Thank you. Very much.